So, what is haunting you? Maybe it's your house, I don't know. This is just a video just for fun because the next day when I'm uploading this, because I'm uploading this on the 30th of October, and the next day it will be, of course, Halloween, the 31st of October. And I was sitting and puzzling a little bit about this time. It's on a Friday, and we all know Friday the 13th, but this time is Friday the 31st. So the numbers have flipped. So I don't know if you have ever watched Friday the 13th movies. There are a lot of them. There was a period of time when it was very popular to make horror movies, and yeah, Halloween is also one of the most famous ones. And we have, of course, the modern sequence that is with Scream. So Scream is at least one of my favorites. So with that said, what is haunting you? I pulled out to start with to just check what can this reading be all about. And these two cards came out. This is the Three of Wands, and it says experiencing. And see here that this is a woman that is, she has an old cloak on her, and underneath here she has a beautiful rainbow colored dress. So maybe there is something about experience that you have to camouflage yourself. Maybe that is what is haunting you. Maybe you can't be your authentic self. We, of course, unfortunately live in a world where we have the police of opinion. And the other one is the Six of Pentacles, and this card here is called compromise. So maybe you have always had to compromise with yourself. You haven't had the opportunity to be your authentic self, to express your own opinions, and you always had to compromise. Yeah, and maybe be bowed to other more strong person. I don't say that you are not strong, but you know that there are, unfortunately, some people that scream a lot louder than we others. They complain, they shout, they and they unfortunately have this. They unfortunately have this energy of a tornado where they're housing up, because they scream and shout and they want the attention, and they unfortunately, like a tornado, they suck with them other people in this extreme energy, and it's, of course, a bad energy. With that said, I watched, I'm not going to make this intro very long, but I watched another video yesterday that made me sick completely, because this woman, she poured out so much hate because she had not worked with herself and the experience that she had, and she was so full of hate towards another woman that had said something that really provoked her. And instead of going within herself, listening, being attentive, and show respect that towards that people have another opinion than yourself, she poured out hate, hate, hate. And that is what I am talking about. So yeah, you know that there are people that are of an extreme attention seekers because maybe they have such a poorly life themselves, so they need to draw in, like a tornado, suck in other people in their own anger and in their own hatred to maybe feel like they are alive. And we have the ambulance as a confirmation of that. So with that said, let's flip around and see. What is this camouflaging? What is this compromising that you had to do throughout your throughout your life? So let's see. So with that said, today I will have no oracle cards, at least not in the beginning. Maybe I will pull out a couple just for some advice. We'll see how this reading will pan out. But as I said in the intro, we saw this woman on this card camouflaging herself, making herself mundane, but underneath the cloak she had this beautiful rainbow colored dress that only she knows, only she knows is there, and she's maybe afraid to show her authentic self. Maybe you are afraid to show your authentic self, because as I said in the intro, we have so many people that are like this extreme lady that I watched a video yesterday that poured out her hatred, and really I was really shocked because she literally said that this woman should leave leave the country, and almost literally telling her to unlive herself because of what she has said. So I feel like those people who tell other people what they should do, like this woman, those are the ones that we should fear, not the other way around. So we have to embrace more an environment, and we have to work on our own shadows to endure other people's opinions, because other people's opinions, when they are triggering you, you have not done the work on your own shadow, on your own experience. You judge the other for whatever has happened to you, and that is not okay, that is not right. We all have to work on ourselves, and when you have worked on yourself and you feel and you know that you can live with your experience, that is when you can express your opinion. Yeah. So with that said, let's see. Why do you had to compromise? Maybe you had to compromise because you have so many people like that woman that like a tornado, as I said, was swirling like all over you, putting you down, telling you what to feel, what to wear, what to think. So I'll pull out 3. Oh, and I'm getting a message that we need one more. Okay. So, let's look at this card first. The intensity. This is the Knight of Wands. Yes, the intensity of these people surrounding you. When they are pushing your button. Some people react like this woman with hatred, with anger, and other people withdraw. They camouflage themselves. They become maybe a little bit passive aggressive. They pull themselves back from the light. But here you can see that you are moving towards the light. The 8 of Wands, a lot of wands here. The 5 of Cups would cling into the past, yes, of course. And the last one, the 3 of Swords with isolation. So these are the energies that I was talking about, you know, the extreme tornado that are sweeping over us, like the hatred of this woman in this video, telling that that woman to shut the F up, because her opinion wasn't worth listening to in this in this world. But I think, and that is my personal opinion, that it's important then that we see all aspects and respect all aspects of opinions, because that is what a democracy is all about: listening, taking note, and reflect upon instead of reacting. Reflect upon why. Maybe there is something in what this person is telling me. I haven't reflected upon, okay, I haven't looked at it from that point of view. Okay, maybe I have to work on this situation and accept, okay, this happened to me. Why it happened to me? I don't know. But maybe there was a lesson I was supposed to learn from this situation. No matter how bad this situation was. And of course, within violence, within extreme experiences, we fall, of course, into the victim mentality. Yes. But there is something about coming from the victim mentality. Yes, unfortunately, this happened to you. But how can you make this a resource without hatred? How can you make this a resource for yourself, for your evolution, without using hate, without using anger? Remember that the soul is, this lifetime is a journey for the soul. The soul comes here to, unfortunately, experience all the things that you are experiencing. Even the fear, even the violent things that are happening towards us. Yes, it feels unfair. But that is why the soul come here to planet Earth, because it wants this conscious experience. It wants to evolutionize it's consciousness. And I watched another video about planet Earth being one of, was it 5 hell planets, and Earth is the least difficult planet to live on from that aspect. To have that in mind, that your soul maybe have experienced worse if they have been on the other 4 realms. And maybe that is why it's some things are triggering you even more. Now let's look at the other cards. Of course, this is what I was talking about. It doesn't help you to cling to the past when the past is still haunting you, when your past is going in repeat. That is when you are in a loop and you can't get out of this. This will only intensify the feeling, right? So what is haunting you is, of course, the experience from the past. This event is going round, and you think that you should have done this, you should have said that, whatever this is. But it's a time for this to heal. The 3 of Swords is a card of healing. And of course, healing takes time. You can see it like this. We still have ice, glaciers from the last ice age. We still have glaciers from so far back. And the glaciers on Greenland and North Pole, on the poles, they are even more older than the last ice age. So that is why scientists are there to investigate how the planet Earth has evolved, and how what kind of microorganisms can we trace. How far back can we trace bacteria, viruses, if they are frozen in time, microorganisms, other types of animals maybe that are stuck still in the glacier. So it takes time. When you have hardened enough, like the glaciers, when you have hardened enough, it takes time for you to open up and melt. But you can't open up and melt if you are still clinging to the past. So it's something about releasing the old past experiences and not compromise with anyone but yourself anymore. You need to release yourself to heal. Let's see. Yes, you have to be aware. What has I been talking about this 13 minutes now, plus minus. Your soul wants each and every experiences. This has already been set. The scenarios in your life has already been set, unfortunately. It's the way of your reaction of how to heal the different scenarios when they keep on repeating. Maybe this is something from past lives that you have brought with you. Maybe you have had a lot of violence in your past lives, and you know, the soul comes here to try again and try again with different approaches to maybe heal this forever. So let's pull out some oracle cards to get some advice. Get some advice at the end here. How can the person watching this video overcome this haunted feelings? That they always have to compromise, always have to dim the light, not sharing their experiences. How can they overcome this? Okay, these two. How can they open up and heal this once and for all, this haunted thing? Clear and concise answer from Spirit. You have to feel, you have to sit with your experience. You can't run away from it. Some people just think that they go to a therapist and they talk about it, voila, and then they are cured. But what happens when someone triggers you, like this video that I watched with this woman? When someone is triggering you, you haven't processed your emotions. You are still being triggered. So you have to feel. You have to sit with the extreme emotions and asking, what do you want me to learn? And adapt those emotions as a part of yourself. Yes, and tap into primal power. Remember that you have always had the power to overcome this past experience, these experiences that you have, this compromising that you had to endure. It's not to disempower you, it's to empower you even more, to use it, as I said in the intro, as a tool, as a power tool, to help yourself overcome, and also use it as a resource to help other people that experience maybe a similar thing like yourself. That is actually what all of us are supposed to do. All our experience, we are supposed to share them, and we are supposed to help other people that experience the same as yourself to heal, because we are all here actually to heal humanity in some way or some form. Even though you don't feel like you are a healer, we are all here meant to heal humanity. And we can't bury our emotions. We can't disempower ourselves continuously if we want to evolve as a humankind. If you want humanity to evolve and level up, we have to feel. We have to dare to feel. We have to dare to embrace our primal powers, not use it as anger and hatred, but use it as a tool to heal, and not attacking others for being expressing themselves differently. Yes, it's your experience, but you are the one who choose if you want to show yourself and others empathy, or you want to show and bring more hatred and violence to this earth. Yes. Okay, this was maybe a little long video. I hope you understand my message. Thank you so much for watching this intense message, this intense video. And I see you again in another reading. Happy Halloween to each and every one. And remember that Halloween is not only for fun. There actually are a celebration aligned with Halloween. It's called Samhain, and it's about honoring the process of the season of fall. So yeah. Okay, I see you again in another reading very soon. Ciao.